Hi, Internet. I'm John Appleseed. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Hope everybody's having a great weekend. Let's do the Saturday New York Times crossword puzzle for the 18th of July, 2026. The constructor today is Ryan Judge. Will Shorts is the editor. And let's see what we've got for this Saturday puzzle today. Typically, there is no theme for a Saturday, although sometimes they sneak up on us. All right, the timer is running. Let's see what we've got. One across is unite with up, maybe team up, like the Avengers or something. 13 across, Nairobi-based collection of NGOs. In Nairobi, don't know. 17 across, conductor's reference, the score of the music, might be something a conductor would use. Very traditional sort, not sure. 23 across, concerning, that might be as to or in re. 27 across, retailer with mountains in its logo. My first thought there is REI. Let's see if that's right. 30 across, smartphone feature that debuted worldwide in 2011. Don't know that. One down, left. Left. You deserted or something like that. Departed, something. Or it could be the left side of something. Two down, what? No, three down, with even stronger reasoning in law. No, and Superman. Super Mario. He's one of the Super Bros. Okay. Mario and Luigi from the video game. 14 down. Bonjour, blank ami, mes amis. Hello, my friends in French. So the Nairobi-based collection of NGOs. Don't know what that is. Very traditional sword, right? And an IST, a purist. I kind of like that. Left. And what? Excuse me. Excuse me, as Steve Martin used to say. Oxfam is a charity. I didn't know it was a collection of NGOs, and I didn't know it was based in Nairobi, but I think that works. To spare, it's left over. It is to spare. Fort means strong in Latin, so a fortiori or some suffix there at the end. Okay, but I think that means with even stronger reasoning. Mario looks right. All right, I think that corner is good, except we need to get the last part of three down. 5 across, many an extra in the Lord of the Rings movies with 3 letters, probably elf or orc. 5 down is quite a few characters in 2025's Elio for short. I didn't see that. I saw the trailer. It was about a little boy who went to an alien planet, I think. So maybe extraterrestrials, ETs, and that gives us elf for the extras in the Lord of the Rings films. 15 across, restriction on how much one can serve. Not sure. 18 across, opportunity to compare notes, perhaps. No. 6 down, unleashes. Let's go, let's at something. 7 down, results of one's labors, so to speak, the fruit of your labors. Opportunity to compare notes, probably like a study hall, study session. 16 down, figures listed on ZocDoc for short. I think that's like an online medical thing. So figures would be doctors or MDs. Chloe, Kim, or Courtney familiarly. Those are Kardashians, right? So they are siblings or sisses. Yeah, probably an S plural here. This is going to be MD or DRs maybe. This is probably a study something, opportunity to compare notes. We'll try MDs. And then restriction on how much one can serve in office would be a term limit. 8 down, shrewd, sly. 9 down, you might give this to someone you want to avoid. A cold shoulder, something along those lines. 10 down, outward appearance. Nope. 11 down, instrument that's held about a 45-degree angle from the player's body. Viola, perhaps? And 12 down, inner tube. That might be a stent. 8 across is like fondue. Traditionally, fondue is a Swiss dish. So a stent would be a tube that is inserted surgically into your body. Study what? 22 across is Jennifer, who won a Pulitzer for A Visit from the Goon Squad. Jennifer Egan. I forget if it's with an A or an O, but that is an author who shows up in the puzzle from time to time. A sitar, the stringed instrument, maybe. Okay, that could be held at a 45-degree angle. Is this a study night, spelled that way, as an opportunity to compare notes? And your outward appearance is your image. Maybe it's a study date. Yeah, okay, I like that better than the informal spelling, because there's nothing in the clue to indicate an informal spelling for that one. 9 down, you might give this to someone you want to avoid, a wide berth. And then it's 26 across, orange video game character who appears in Wreck-It Ralph. Or Q*bert is an orange video game character. I thought maybe this was going to be Roger Ebert, the film critic, but it turned out to be Q*bert. So I'll bet this square is going to be a U. 26 down, charlatans, quacks. And then 29 across, shade, is a hue of color. 24 across, weight, heft, maybe. 28 across, persuade, as on a course of action. No. And 30 across, that is the smartphone feature that debuted worldwide in 2011. Maybe email? I like heft for 24 across. Unleashes, let's fly. Come fly with me, let's fly away. If you can use some exotic booze, there's a bar in far Bombay. So to elect is to choose. 28 across, persuade on a course of action, to sell. I was sold on a course of action. Then Gustav Klimt, masterpiece. The what? Okay, this is a painter. Klimt was a painter. I can't name a single one of his paintings, though. The what? 28 down, exercises with a butterfly variation in which the soles of one's feet are pressed together. If you have the soles of your feet pressed together, you might be doing a butterfly stretch. No, that doesn't fit. A butterfly squat. That sounds like it might be dangerous. Smartphone feature. 34 across, hot. $37 across. Sorry, that's way above my pay grade. All right, I got a little black hole in the puzzle going on here. Not sure. 32 down, flowering period. Nope, and 29 down, overtook. 35 across is kind of acid, partly responsible for sourdough's tang. Lactic acid is a kind of acid. I don't associate it with sourdough, but I really don't know much about sourdough. Flowering period and overtook. 41 across is line holders. Nope, and 40 across, black blank. I've seen black ops there, but it could be something else entirely. All right, I think that center section is going to have to be the way it is for a minute, and we will do the bottom third of the puzzle, and then go back to the center. 43 across, digs up by the roots. No, 43 down, flute for 1. Here, the man in Peru will toot his flute for you, according to the lyrics of the song I was just singing. A flute is it's not a woodwind, is it? 44 down, way. 45 down, prefix with marathon. An ultra marathon? Could be. Digs up by the roots. Song whose titular subject has a dark brown voice. I dream of Jeannie with the light brown hair. That's completely different. I don't know who has a dark brown voice. Backs up on its own, say. Nope. And 56 across, go down swinging, perhaps. Nope. 58 across, company bought by Tempur-Pedic. In 2012, Tempur-Pedic makes mattresses. Is it Serta or some other Sealy is a mattress company? I remember from my youth. I haven't heard about them recently, maybe because they got bought by Tempur-Pedic. All right, so flute is Is it a brass instrument? I don't think it has a reed, does it? 44 down, whey. 31 down, cosmetic additive that comes from the Southwest. Maybe some kind of oil, cactus oil or something. 53 down is you might look up to this. You might look up to the sky. 49 down, race of supernatural spirits. The Fae. 46 down, bygone recorders. Maybe video recorders of some kind. 38 down, report. Nope. 49 across, mesh. Net is mesh. Backs up on its own. And go down swinging. Strike out. If you go down swinging on your third swing, you miss as you did on the other two, and you go down swinging. You strike out, and you would get a wouldn't be looking, so the K would be forward on the score sheet. I think flute might be a brass instrument. Way root. Digs up by the roots. Does Lola have a dark brown voice? Lola, Lola, Lola. Lola, Lola, Lola. Autosave backs up on its own. Autosave. Let's try brass. I can't complete either of these acrosses with that, though. Uh, 49 across mesh. Let's try the Fae for 49 down. The fairy folk, the Fae, as in Morgan Le Fay. Mesh is to fit, maybe. Bygone recorders, TiVos. Do we not have TiVos anymore as television recording devices? Report, to write up, is to make a report. 59 across, World War II era occupation for baseball's Mo Berg. Following his playing career, he was a spy. I read an interesting biography of Mo Berg, kind of an interesting character. Unpleasant digs is a sty, like a pigsty. 46 across, cry at the end of a countdown. Time. 3, 2, 1, time. Flowering period, bloom. Overtook. Is this some kind of board? Email keyboard, some kind of keyboard. The Kiss. That is a sculpture by Rodin. Is it also a painting by Klimt? Maybe. I like keyboard. Email keyboard. Maybe that. Are we talking about a BlackBerry here? I'm not sure. But I think that's right. Overtook. And sorry, that's way above my pay grade. I just work here. Don't ask me about that kind of thing. I don't get paid enough to make those kind of decisions. Line holders, rods. And hoarded. You took too much. That's what the question mark is doing there. You overtook. You hoarded it. You hogged it. Okay, I do like that. Time looks right then. Let's finish this section, then we'll go back and do that black hole. 42 across, brilliant example. Nope. 47 across, dead center. No. 50 across, one side of many a transaction. No. 55 across, titular animated dog of children's TV. Bluey fits. Never seen it, but I've heard about it. 57 across, what might add a bit of flavor to a salsa? With a question mark, so we might be talking about the dance. Don't know. 60 across is rides. No. Okay. 51 down, fall back to ebb like a tide. 47 down, grabber, claw or talon. 33 down, actor who plays the title role on TV's Andor. I have not seen that. But it must be a well-known actor. I've heard of the show. Dieter? Somebody? 36 down, classic Easter treat. A Cadbury cream egg. And 39 down, items frozen in cryopreservation. I think embryos might fit there. Okay. So rides, to nag someone is to ride them. Bongo drum might add a bit of flavor to a salsa dance. The dealer in the cellar, it would be the side of a transaction. Okay, then dead center. A center for the dead is a tomb. Diego Luna. Yes, I have heard of Diego Luna. And gem is a brilliant example. All right, so we've just got this section here. Hot. Erotic. Fortiari. Erotic, I guess, could be hot. Cosmetic additive that comes from the Southwest. No, it's emoji keyboard, isn't it? Emoji keyboard. Jojoba oil is something I've heard of. Exercises, sit-ups. Okay, butterfly sit-up has your feet pressed together. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Black ops. Flute is a glass. It's not the flute instrument. Glass flute is a type of glassware, like a champagne flute. It is root and ultra, and we get grubs for digs up by the roots, and I think that'll finish the puzzle. Put a U there, and we're done. There we go. 1655. Had a little bit of trouble with this section here. I think maybe because of 30 across. I just couldn't figure that out. But emoji keyboard turned out to be the smartphone feature that debuted worldwide in 2011. And that gave me jojoba oil as the cosmetic additive that comes from the Southwest. I have heard of jojoba oil. Yeah, erotic for hot. Yeah, I didn't think of that kind of meaning of hot until I was forced to. And the kiss. I'll have to look up this. I assume this is a painting. And if you told me there's a piece of artwork called The Kiss, I'm like, yeah, it's a statue by Rodin. I know it. But I would not know that it was also the title of a Klimt piece. So I'll have to figure that out. We had this Q here that helped me get a U for quacks. So, like I said, no theme for a Saturday puzzle, just kind of some difficult clues, some of them kind of long. Usually we get like really short stacks here and then longer ones in the corner. So not too much here, and there was a lot to work with in the center. It just turned out to be difficult for me. All right, I hope you enjoyed watching. Please come back for more puzzles and games. I'll see you next time.